Rise and shine, Pembina Valley. Guys, good morning. First Monday of 2021. How are you doing? Isn't this a fantastic day? Oh, it's so exciting. You guys already know that I'm one of those people. I'm like a first of the week junkie, a first of the month, and like the first of the year is like super exciting for me. I know. I've had this conversation with a lot of people. 2021, nothing changed overnight. I get that. I talked to people on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and they were like, nothing changed. I was like, you know what changed? My excitement for the rest of the year. So that's where it was. I was done with 2020. My excitement for 2021 is like off the charts. So I really am like one of those people who loves the first of the month, who loves Mondays. That's why I'm here on Mondays, is because like it is like my best day. By Friday, you get this. No, I'm kidding. You know, everybody who knows me knows you don't get that on Fridays. You get this every day of the week. But really, that's exactly why, because I love starting my week off with you guys. I love being here. And I hope that you guys leave with smiles. Like I really, really do every time. And hopefully I have no technical difficulties to make you smile, because that kind of smiling I don't want you to do. So it's okay. Good stuff. So good morning. Let's talk a real quick little bit about weather. We're going to be talking to Harry Siemens today of Siemens Says. I'm looking very forward to our chat. We're going to have Dawn on from the Manitoba 4-H Council. We're going to talk about our goals for 2021. We're going to talk about the shows for the rest of the year, you know, things that are coming up, some really exciting stuff. And of course, yeah, I'm going to talk about you. Okie dokie. Let's do that. Let's start with our weather. Let's see if I can get my app to share here, shall we? Because that is always a fun little tricky part of my morning. And you know, I mean, I'm the wonderful weather girl of WInkler. So that's the weather that you guys do get this morning. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. So in WInkler right now, we're sitting at -1. We're looking at a high of +1 today. So that's really good. A low of -11 tonight. And tomorrow we're looking at 0 degrees. Now, guys, I don't know if you have like looked at, you know, the forecast for January. It's like insane. So, I mean, if you look at the daily weather, we're looking at pluses in January. And you know what? I think we've earned this. I think we have earned this a lot, because, I mean, seriously, we went through 2021. We don't need to have a -40 Manitoba winter. Am I right or am I right? Also, my flip-flops are really happy that they can still be out. So that's just kind of where we're at today. So guys, I'm excited about that. I also saw a little ad here on the side that says how to stop glasses from fogging up while wearing a mask. That is something I'm going to go research after this, because my glasses are constantly fogging up and I can't see people. And that's bad, because then I just run into them, or I'm like, hey, and I have no idea who I just said hi to. So that's how it works. Guys, we're going to bring Harry on with a little segment we're calling 2021 Attitude. That's what we're talking about here. So join me while we chat with Harry, will you? Good morning, Harry.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Hey, good. The same to you. It's an awesome start. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting here with fractured ribs, and they're still not healed, but boy, I'm doing an awful lot better. So thanks for all the prayers and the well wishes that keep coming my way. And so it's great. And it's good to see you. And you know what? Mondays this new year, I have 1986. I was in between careers, so to speak. And at least I thought I was. And then I developed a motto called a positive mental attitude to encourage, to serve, and to inspire others will motivate me to do my best.
Yes.
And I developed a speech. I developed a seminar, at least part of a seminar based on that. And I was, next 25 years, that's what I did across Western Canada. And so yesterday, was it Saturday, I sent out a note to my followers on Twitter. Ag Twitter is so good. And all I did is, what is your attitude going into 2021? Well, I got inundated with comments from the U.S., from across Western Canada, from Ontario, even one fellow by the name of Lyle Stewart talked. He says, Harry, this is really out of my bailiwick. He says, well, where are you? He says, I'm in downtown Montreal.
Oh,
And I said, you know what? Give me your attitude. Give me your attitude of the people that you influence around you. Boy, and he said, you know what? He says it's not all good, but for the most part, all the comments, and I could read many, and I won't. I just want to pick out how I feel the farming community is situated right now. For the most part, I would say cautiously optimistic. Markets are good, and many comments came this way saying that COVID-19 hadn't really affected them as far as their ability to farm and to make business go.
Yes.
So that's a positive, right?
Yeah.
The markets are looking strong, a lot stronger than what people had thought. And China has back in, they're buying. When China starts to buy, and to feed 1.235 billion people, who knows how many, they buy a chunk. And so that's a positive. The other thing that I heard from so many, it's got to get better.
Yeah.
It's got to get better. But you know what? Many of them said 2021, 1 year, last year, that's the one I was. Last year doesn't make this year.
No.
Right? Whatever happened last year doesn't make this year, even though there are some lingering effects and so forth. But I just love this. I'll be celebrating in April 50 years of farm journalism.
Wow.
And agriculture has been so good to me, and I'm so happy to be part of that. So going forward, farmers are telling me right across U.S. and Canada, cautiously optimistic. It all depends on weather.
Yeah.
Secondly, many people are concerned about governments and what they will do to curtail some of the stuff that's going. One fella from Alberta told me, he says, you know what? They've taken away our oil industry. I'm hoping agriculture is at next. So that's kind of a one downer. But at the most part, the farmers they're price takers. They do the best job they can. And from there on, they let the good Lord look after it, and the soil and the climate. And it's just a real blessing for me to be part of it.
Right. No kidding. 50 years of journalism. We'll have to have like a special show for you that time, because that's going to be, be interesting.
Yeah, it's so good. And I'm in my 75th year. I'm going to be 75 years old this year as well.
So awesome.
And so, and two farm publications that I write for. One will be celebrating 20 years, which I helped start. It's called the Agri-Post in Manitoba. And the other one is going to be 25 years, called the Prairie Hog Country. And I've written every issue for both those papers since they started.
That's incredible.
So what a real blessing. So you know what?
Yeah.
It's great to be alive. It's great to feel my ribs healed up, and it's good to see you. I hope that this thing continues to grow, and we can be on here as often as you so choose.
Absolutely. That would be wonderful, because I enjoy our chats every single time. So that's wonderful. Good. Well, thanks, Harry, for coming on. I'm really glad you are feeling better. That is really, that's a wonderful thing, because that was quite a fall you took there. So I'm really glad that you're healing up. That's good.
Okay. Good morning.
All right. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. Yep. Bye-bye. Today, I'm excited to tell you guys a little bit more about some of the episodes or some of the segments that we have on our show, obviously. So we've got a few things that are really cool. And so a lot of people are just getting back into work today. So, getting people on the show today was a little more difficult for us, because everybody's just getting back to work and checking their emails this morning. So this is why I'm taking the opportunity to tell you guys a little bit about some different things. So let me introduce you to the Community Spotlight. Of course, I have had on here, we've had Anna Joes on as a community spotlight. We've had Scotswood Links as a community spotlight. We've had Morris Super Thrifty as a community spotlight. We've had a lot of people joining us for that. And someone asked me the other day, what exactly is the community spotlight and who's it for? This is who it's for. Any business in the Pembina Valley. So if you're a business owner in the Pembina Valley and you would love to share with us a little bit about, a 2 to 3 minute segment, just like you've seen here on the show. If you haven't seen it, go watch the replays either on YouTube or on Facebook. But if you haven't seen that, all it is really we're talking about, what are people doing during COVID? How are they managing? How are they switching things up? Who's doing curbside pickup? Who's doing deliveries? Those kind of things are really exciting and awesome to be bringing forth. So anyone in the Pembina Valley who is a business owner, you guys can reach out to either me personally on Facebook. I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Maria Phrase. You can reach out to me, connect with me there, and we can chat. Or you can send us an email at news@mbnewsandsports.com. Now, it's running across the bottom of the screen. Looks like I made a spelling mistake. And news@mbnewsandsports.com. COM. So make sure I will change that afterwards as well. But that's how it goes with me. You're getting your non-techie Monday morning. At least I turned on my mic today. That's all. That's all I have to say. So, guys, that's kind of where we're at today. I want you to make sure you message us if you have any business. I'm talking any business here in the Pembina Valley that wants to join my community spotlight. Please let me know, and we can bring you on and talk a little bit about your business. That's going to be really exciting. So we're going to transfer over here a little bit. We're going to be talking to Dawn at the Manitoba 4-H Council, which I'm really awesomely excited about because she's got some really great programs that she's going to tell us about. So I'm going to share her with you in just a second here. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning, Maria.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
Good. I am very good, thank you. You betcha. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been with 4-H since 2006. You can probably tell by my accent, I'm not Canadian. So we came to Canada in 2001, so we've been here almost 20 years. So then I had 3 small children at that time, so was at home and then came to work for 4-H in 2006.
Fantastic. So where did you come from?
From the north of England, County Durham.
Okay, excellent. That's really cool. So, well, that's awesome. So you've been here then, how many years? You've been here for 20 years.
Almost 20, yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. Very cool. So tell me about the 4-H program that's going on right now. I read a little bit about it in the email. So help me understand it. Tell me about it.
Because of COVID and the fact that people can no longer get together in the club groups, but the clubs are still registering, but we are running a series of online programs. Throughout the last year, we ran a series of 4-H at home, so that was available to anyone on our website. This is specific programming for the people who belong to the clubs. Okay. We also have a virtual club. If clubs have decided not to run this year, but the members still want to participate, they can join the virtual club. They just need to contact Linda in the office and she will get them set up in that club. So this is the series that we're running. So the first, we're doing a babysitting course. So that's starting first. So that one's actually full for the moment, but if anyone's interested in taking part later in the year, we could run another one if we have enough demand. And then the next one we're doing is the food series. So that's a virtual program. So that has been sponsored by Viterra, but we have participation from a lot of our producer groups. So we have the Manitoba chicken, Manitoba turkey, canola growers, Manitoba pork. We're still hoping to get someone else. And we have Getty Stewart, who's a professional home economist. She's doing a session on snacks, healthy snacks.
Awesome. That is really great.
So we'll be providing information from each of the groups that are presenting the session. We'll be mailing those out to the people who signed up to do this food series. Okay. We're also planning a series of beef projects, equine projects, craft projects, and clover buds, a series for clover buds. So those are our 6 to 8 year old members, the younger end. So there's a lot going on.
That is a lot going on. The only thing I know, like literally from all of my past history from 4-H, is growing beef cows. And that's the only thing I know, growing and showing beef cows. That's the only thing I know and have heard of. So I love that there's all this extra stuff that you can do as a registered club member.
As a registered club member, yes, there is. But as I say, there's also the 4-H at Home, which is just a virtual series on our website for anyone who wants to participate. So that gets changed every week or every 2 weeks. We put up different projects.
That is awesome. That is really great. So how can people get in contact with you, Dawn, if they want to check things out? Where can they go? Which website?
The www.4h.mb.ca is our website, or they can call the office, which is 726-6136. And the staff there will pass on a message or point them in the right direction.
Okay, so give me that phone number one more time. I'm just going to type it in the chat here. 204
726-6136.
726-6136.
Yes.
Perfect. And that is the 4-H. 4-H. There we go. Perfect. Let's try that. Perfect. That worked out. So that way then I got it in the comments, guys, for you. So that way you can take a look at them and the website is there. Well, thank you, Dawn. I so appreciate chatting with you this morning.
Thank you.
Love that. Anytime that you have anything else that you want to share or an update or whatever, you just let me know. We'll email back and forth and we'll bring you back.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Maria. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You as well. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you to all of our spot. Okay. Should we just start over? Oh my gosh. Okay. Seriously? I just don't know where that came from. But anyway, thank you to all of our sponsors who do support us here. Fabricland WInkler, if you have never met Abe and Kathy Penner, they are wonderful people. So I did meet them many, many, many years ago when my mom was actually working for them. So that's where I know them from. And I believe they were at my wedding, to be honest. So I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if they remember that or whatever, but anyway, that's it. So you guys have seen me bring on Stephanie from the city of Morden, and she was talking about, she did our rec report. So what that was, and the rec report was really awesome because she was telling us about the things like the free snowshoes in Morden and things like that. That was really cool. There's a lot of things that you can find to do that are free right now during COVID that you can do outside. So that's one of the things that was happening there. She was doing that rec report for us. So now here is my invite to you. Again, we're looking for anyone in the Pembina Valley. It doesn't matter what town, what city, what municipality you are. I would love for you to join me on the show to do an update once a month. Come on and do an update with me about what's going on in your area. What can people find to do there? Let's bring attention to that. A lot of people are traveling within Manitoba to do things outside to make sure that they are actually getting out and doing things, because we're all tired of being at home and we are taking advantage of this nice weather every single second that we possibly can. So make sure you send me a message. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you can find me and that kind of thing. And also go to our website at news@mbnewsandsports.com. You can send an email. So that's great. Also, so that's our rec report, but also I would love to introduce, we have our mayor's report sponsored by Oleg's Electric. We have had a lot of the mayors from the Pembina Valley on here actually, and also the Reeves. So if you are a mayor or a reeve or someone from city council in the Pembina Valley, I'd love for you to join us as well. Just send us an email or again, message us or anything like that. Comment on the video, anything like that. We would love to hear what's going on in your city, in your town, in your municipality. We would love to do that and love to be able to share that out for you so that it brings awareness and stuff like that to other, to other communities other than where we're in. Because to be honest, let's just say this, to be honest, Maria is like, okay, so I know this area. I know Morden, Winkler, Plum Coulee, Altona, that kind of thing. But outside of that, you guys got to enlighten me, like these wonderful walking trails in Morris and Rosenord and things like that. And I haven't even been able to take on all of them yet this year. So that is something I want to do on Wednesday of this week. I believe I'm going to travel somewhere and get to a walking trail. So I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be this week, but maybe I should share that with you guys on the page. But anyway, okay, so we're going to be talking about that. So I want to make sure that you guys know that that's what we're going to be doing. But let's talk a little bit about 2021 goals, shall we? Let's do that. And thank you to our sponsors over at Pure Anada. You guys, I love Pure Anada. There's so many things that I actually really love from Pure Anada. And one of them is the bath bombs. And newly acquired is the body butter, the shea body butter, that I absolutely love for this really dry season of sanitizing and washing my hands so often. And it's way more often, honestly, than I ever have before. And at work and stuff like that, you're always doing that kind of stuff. And that is saving my hands. So make sure you check out their website. And I don't know if I told you this or not, but the last time I ordered from Pure Anada, I chose delivery as my option. And I got my order delivered to me by the Morton Chamber of Commerce truck with the lights all around it and the little pretty packages in the sleigh and a lady wearing an elf hat. And it was so wonderful. Such a beautiful little thing. And my kids were just stoked for that part. It was really cool. A truck with Christmas music and that kind of thing. It was just the best. Anyway, if you know me, I love all things Christmas. So, but now that that's over, we're talking goals for 2021. Now, I have set my goals for 2021. I have 3 goals that are kind of a generalized goal system kind of thing. And anyway, but I really pick one and I focus on it moving forward. And my one that I'm picking and moving forward with is consistency. And consistency in different areas of my life, because I am a fly by the seat of my pants girl. I love to do things when I want to do them. And so I want to be more consistent with things like I post on my business pages, stuff like that, and making more stronger connections with people on purpose, doing things like that. And I always have a word of the year, which I don't have yet this year. I haven't really kind of landed on a word, which I kind of centralize all of my, I should do a women in business episode on this actually, because I really love doing that. I really love doing that part of the stuff, focus words and setting goals and things like that. But I haven't settled on a word yet. So we're just going to kind of leave that out there. But I always find a word that suits me, that really aligns with me, and helps me to make decisions throughout the year. Sometimes I change that word. Last year, my word was show up. And I really did show up. I really showed up in different areas of my life that I normally didn't. And I would take on different things because I'm showing up for my life that way. And it looks very different due to COVID. So my husband is one of those people who always talks about his New Year's resolution is to not make any more New Year's resolutions for the year. So he's done that for the past couple of years. And he's like, that's all that he does is he just makes that resolution to not make any resolutions. So where do you sit with that? You guys should hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you're a goal setter, you do resolutions, if you do a focus word, if you do anything like that, or if you just, are going to fly by the seat of your pants, if you're just going to go with it and you're going to wait and see what's coming up. Why don't you let me know those things? That would be great. Also, if you think it would make a great Women in Business episode, let me know that as well, because then I would love to be able to share how I set these goals, how I pick a focus word, all that kind of stuff that I've done for years, for probably 8 years. I've done these kind of things for myself and others. So anyway, make sure you let me know that kind of thing. And if you are interested in learning about it, tell me so I can maybe do an episode on that. Okay, deal. So when I come back, I'm going to play a commercial. When I come back, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the shows for the rest of the year. What kind of things are coming up on MBNS TV? I'm very excited to share with you some of the new stuff that's happening. And of course, tell you a little bit about the current situations that we have. So I will be right back after this commercial break.
Why go solar? It's not just for the environment, although that is a great reason. Did you know that when you install your new solar plant, you are only paying 7 cents per kilowatt? That's right, 7 cents! Solar is now cheaper than buying electricity, 25% cheaper than buying it from Manitoba Hydro. Going solar is different from any other investment you will make in your life, as you will retain the value on your roof. Solar does not depreciate like other investments do, and unlike a GIC, your investment will start paying you from day one. And when you choose to sell your home, well, you will get the cost of the solar back, as this investment rarely depreciates. When choosing solar, look for high-end products like microinverters with 10 to 25-year warranties. Make sure your installation is done by a professional. We are Evolve Green, and we are celebrating 12 years in the industry and can help you put your roof to work for you. Ask also about your options like battery backup for when the grid fails, and how about solar heaters to get rid of snow buildup. Are you a farm or a business? Did you know that your solar is a 100% tax write-off? Yes, that's right. You can write off all the cost for the solar in the year you purchased it. This is a perfect investment for any business. In Manitoba, the portion a resident customer sells to Hydro is also a tax write-off in the first year. Farms pay no PST on solar systems. We build, design, and supply the best in solar power for both on and off the grid. For experts you can trust, call or email Evolve Green today. 1-866-5-EVOLVE or support@evolvegreen.ca.
All righty, there we go. So that's wonderful. So guys, if you don't know, Lorena Mitchell is actually the CEO and founder of Evolve Green, and she also hosts a show here called Evolution Greenworks, and she has some really incredible things lined up for this year. And she's going to be on air on Wednesday, so she's going to be coming up to you on Wednesday. And of course, the Women in Business show, that's the one where I'm also your host, so you get a double dose of me for the week, is on Thursday night at 8. The Women in Business show, and I have Karina Bickford on from the Winkler City Council. You might know her as. She's got lots of little things going on here, and I mean, they're not really little, they're actually really great things that she's got going on here. But she also just started her own new business, KB Marketing. You're going to have to look her up on Facebook or Instagram and see what you can find there, because she is fantastic. That woman knows her stuff. So make sure you check her out. But on Thursday night at 8, make sure you watch me and her have a chat about being a woman in business. That's always a really fun time there, and you're going to learn a lot of things. You don't have to be a woman to watch it, just so you know. There's a lot of business tips and things like that. And I mean, you get into the psyche of us, right? So anyway, we've got that. We're going to have some cool stuff coming up on the farm show. Exactly what, I don't know, but we are waiting for COVID restrictions to lift for some of the things that we're doing now. Coffee with Stephanie. I told you guys, we're changing that up just a little bit. Coffee with Stephanie is she's going to be writing some articles. Visiting some businesses, writing some articles as we can do so with the COVID restrictions. So I cannot wait to see where that comes up with, because Stephanie's a firecracker. So I will love to hear what she is writing. I mean, I seriously cannot wait. So that's going to be so much fun to read and to watch. So watch for that with Coffee with Stephanie. Now, 2 new shows that are coming to the network, okay, to MBNS TV. Are you ready for this? Okay, I'm going to pull up my note, actually, because I don't want to say it wrong. It's going to be The Real Estate Show with Cindy Grenier. That's one of them. The Real Estate Show with Cindy Grenier. How exciting is that going to be? I am really excited to hear about what that's going to look like. So, and also to meet Cindy. I haven't met Cindy yet, so that's going to be really fun as well. And then how about visiting Manitoba through the eyes of Tommy? I don't know who Tommy is either, but you know what? I know that as hosts here on MBNS TV, we have a really great connection, and we all strive to do one thing, and that is to serve you in the Pembina Valley with the information that we have that is going to help you facilitate your time, your year, all those kind of things. So that is what our goal is we're here to make sure that you are in the know, that you're knowing what's going on, that you have a place to go to check things out. You have someone who's going to be able to report on those things. That's where it's really exciting. So I know, you guys, that you just want to stay tuned here because there are going to be some fantastic things coming up. Now, remember, you can watch all of our episodes, our replays on YouTube or on Facebook. So you can do that definitely. And make sure you're commenting and letting me know that you're watching the replay or if you're watching me live. I love to see if you're here watching me live. That is, it's always fun. But we're going to be here next week, Monday. Again, same time, same place, exactly right here, whether you're watching me on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you are tuning in and listening to me on a Monday morning. So that is always wonderful. I really am happy to be here with you guys. And so thank you so much for that. I appreciate all of you. And I hope that you are having the absolute best day ever. This is the first Monday of 2021. And that's where I'm leaving it at. Have a great rest of your day, guys.